What's going on, y'all? We're Darius here, back up another video, and this time I'm here with some Marvel news. I figured I should probably start doing more of these videos where I talk about certain news that comes out in the movie space, the comic book movie space, comic book space, entertainment all around. And I'm gonna do that today because a report came out yesterday concerning the future of the Marvel Netflix characters, the Defenders, if you will. Now, as we all know, Daredevil is already in the MCU proper, right? They've said that the Daredevil series on Netflix is pretty much canon, right? We're going to be getting Daredevil Born Again in just 2 weeks now. I'm so excited. So we got him back. We got Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin back. John Bernthal as Punisher back. Deborah Ann Wall as Karen. I forgot the name guy who plays Foggy. I think Eldon Henson or something. Eden Henson. Whatever. The Daredevil crew is back. And that was just the start. But now, what about the others? What about Jessica Jones? What about Luke Cage? Iron Fist? Well, we might be getting them at some point down the road, right? There were questions about whether we would see those characters again, whether we'd see those actors again. But if Brad Winderbeaum, who is I believe he's like the executive TV guy at Marvel, if he used to be believed, we will likely see them again. So today I'm going to read this article, man, see what he has to say about these characters, and then discuss some possibilities of where we could see these characters next, what I would personally do, bringing these characters back into the MCU or into the MCU proper. It should be a whole lot of fun. Before we jump to it, though, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. Help me out. Help the algorithm out. Hit that like button, all right? Helps me out. Helps my channel out so much. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any time I upload a new video. And let's jump into this interview, or at least part of this interview, with Mr. Brad Winderbeaum. So, this is from Entertainment Weekly. It's an exclusive. Marvel is very much exploring Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist returns. After Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock, the other Defenders of Hell's Kitchen may not be far behind. Speaking with Entertainment Weekly for an exclusive deep dive into Daredevil Born Again, Marvel's head of streaming, television, and animation, Brad Winderbeaum, confirms we are very much exploring bringing back Krysten Ritter's Jessica Jones, Mike Colter's Luke Cage, and Finn Jones' Iron Fist Danny Rand to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It says here, quote, "I can't say much, but I'll tell you that it's so exciting to be able to play in that sandbox," Winderbeaum says. "Obviously, we don't have the unlimited storyteller resources like a comic book. If you can draw it, you can do it. It's dealing with actors and time and the massive scale of production in order to build a cinematic universe, especially on television. But I can just say that all those variables taken into account, it is certainly something that is creatively extremely exciting and that we are very much exploring." As we know, in 2013, Marvel Studios teamed up with ABC Studios to launch its own mini franchise on Netflix. A lot of people don't, it's funny, like, when Daredevil, was coming back, a lot of people just like, oh, it's not going to be like, the Netflix show, because Disney don't go that far. They don't do rated R stuff and whatnot. People forget that was ABC teaming up with Netflix. It was an ABC production with Netflix. So, it was still a Disney thing. People really forget about that. It began with Daredevil, led by Cox, which ran on the streaming platform for 3 seasons from 2015 to 2018. This was followed by 3 seasons of Jessica Jones with Ritter. I never actually watched the 3rd season. I saw, clips of it. I was not a fan of what I saw. As the strong woman PI, 2 seasons of Luke Cage with Colter as the bulletproof Harlem hero, which I liked both seasons of that. I think I liked season 1 a bit more. Well, no, they had the whole Cottonmouth thing. I like season 2 more. What am I talking about? I liked season 2 more. 2 seasons of Iron Fist, another one where I liked season 2 way more. Season 1 was Season 1 was rough, but season 2 was pretty. It was pretty. It was pretty enjoyable for the most part, and it had a cliffhanger. The cliffhanger that I'm still the most upset at, dude. I have never been so upset at a cliffhanger in my life. What hurt so much about it is the fact that going into that season, I knew it had already been canceled. So I wasn't expecting some big cliffhanger for stay tuned for season 3. When they did that, I was just like, are you kidding me? We're not getting a season 3 after you show me that. Oh, man. 1 season of the miniseries Defenders, which was all right. And 2 seasons of The Punisher with John Bernthal as Lethal Vigilante. People don't like season 2 of Punisher, apparently. I love it. It's awesome. Is this as good as season 1? No, but season 2 of Punisher is, I really enjoyed it. It's great. By 2018, Marvel began canceling the shows in favor of launching the company's own in-house streaming service platform, Disney Plus. In the year since, and original Netflix shows also found their way to the new service, where they are currently available to stream. Let me see here. Hawkeye and Spider-Man No Way Home both featured the first return appearances of these characters in the franchise. Vincent D'Onofrio's Wilson Fisk was in Hawkeye, yeah. Charlie Cox showed up in No Way Home, She-Hulk, Echo. Daredevil Born Again is the first Marvel title to fully return to the street-level heroes of Hell's Kitchen. Bernthal's Punisher will also appear with Cox, which takes place after the events of the Netflix iteration. Yeah, we know that it's very much canon. Other returning alums include Deborah Ann Walls, Karen Page, Eldon Henson as Foggy Nelson, Ayelet Zurer as Vanessa Fisk, Ride or Die. Beautiful woman. Ride or Die. I love Vanessa in that show. She was down with every single thing Fisk was doing. I was like, bro, it's the woman I need in my life. And Wilson Bethel as Benjamin Poindexter, aka Bullseye. I'm so happy we're getting him back. He was such a good Bullseye. He's getting a proper costume, not the Bullseye costume, but he is getting a proper costume. But I want the Bullseye mask. I want it. I need it. And put him on the Thunderbolts. That'd be great. When asked about characters like Elektra, played by Elodie Young across the Netflix run, and Ninja Clan The Hand, Winderbeaum says, "Who knows what the future brings? This is arc out there, but I guess once we are out there, there's obviously any number of stories that we want to revisit or pull from the comics that involve Elektra or The Hand, or any part of the Daredevil mythos. My personal thing that I want to see happen, Shadowland. Shadowland is one of the first comic books I ever read, because I was never an avid comic book reader, but when I was in high school, I started reading a bit more comics, and I went to the library, the public library near my house. I found out they had comics there. I was just like, oh shoot, I get comics from the library? That's crazy. Started reading comics. One of the first ones I picked up Injustice, but then after that was Shadowland. And my God, I was not ready for Shadowland and Daredevil going bad and all the heroes that were involved in that. Dude, if you give me Daredevil Shadowland, 100% it is in the back of our minds. Sana Amanat, another executive producer in Daredevil Born Again, comments to Entertainment Weekly separately of Elektra in The Hand. Eventually, we'll try to figure out a bit more with that. The first 2 episodes of Daredevil Born Again will premiere on Disney Plus this March 4th. Season 2 is already gearing up to film. Man. Yeah, I'm excited for Born Again. But the other Netflix heroes, right? Just Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Luke Cage. They're exploring their returns, which is smart. And I hope they can get the actors back. It was reported that Krysten Ritter was supposed to be in Daredevil Born Again season 1 when they did their whole creative reshuffling, but they couldn't get her, scheduling stuff, and then they got Jon Bernthal's Punisher instead. So if that was the case, if they can get her for season 2, I think she'll be in season 2. That seems like it'll make sense. Hell, I'd say you can maybe get all of them in season 2, but if you just get one, it's probably gonna be Jessica Jones. When it comes to Luke Cage, personally, I think it would have been so cool. I mean, the movie's already passed now, but it would have been so cool to have him in Captain America: Brave New World, because there's a connection to the Super Soldier Serum. His procedure that he went through was based off the Super Soldier stuff. I think there's a lot of things. If you get him and Isaiah Bradley to sit down and have a conversation, because they were both in prison, obviously, I'm trying to think, was he falsely imprisoned? I think he was falsely imprisoned. Yeah, he was falsely imprisoned and then experimented on. Dude, they're 2 sides of the same coin. He was falsely imprisoned and experimented on, turned into a super soldier. Isaiah Bradley was turned into a super soldier and then falsely imprisoned for saving people's, lives, saving fellow soldiers' lives. There's so much they could talk about in terms of what it is to be a black man in America, what it is to be a black man in America with powers. Have him and Sam talk about, being a black hero and stuff. That would have been perfect, but they didn't have the time to do that probably. But that's something I definitely hope we get to see. Where we could see him, I mean, in Born Again, in the trailer, there's a shot of Harlem's Paradise, in Times Square, an ad for Harlem's Paradise. And if you remember, at the end of season 2, Luke Cage took over Harlem's Paradise. He's kind of the new crime boss, even though he's more so just, I'm about to say he's just overseeing crime, which is what crime bosses do. But you know what I'm saying. So maybe they could get him in Born Again season 2. Other than that, maybe we just probably, I think we're going to see them all in the Avengers movies, whether it's Doomsday or Secret Wars. I think we're probably going to get them all there at some point. Iron Fist, I would say the best place to bring him back is Shang-Chi 2. Now, we don't know when Shang-Chi 2 is coming out. We've been waiting for that forever, dude. Like, forever. It's crazy we haven't gotten that yet, considering people generally really like Shang-Chi. I know Simu tore his ACL or Achilles at one point, so like that probably hampered stuff. That's a long injury recovery. But if they can make Shang-Chi 2 come out before Secret Wars, you set it on Battle World, call it Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Iron Fist. Boom. That's, take my money, okay? Have those two fight it out. Have Finn Jones get, proper writing, proper choreography, and some actual time to train. All three things that were missing from his show, which is why it was not good, right? A lot of people place the blame entirely on him, but I do not think it was his fault. It was the writing, because if you look at Luke Cage season 2, when he shows up in that episode with him and Luke, and kind of Heroes for Hire type of vibes, he's really good. He's playing the Iron Fist. He's playing the Danny Rand that we all wanted. So it all depends on writing. And even season 2, he was much better. He wasn't as whiny. He wasn't as, bitchy and moany. And I'm the immortal Iron Fist. He wasn't doing all that in season 2. Hell, in season 2, he recognized, you know what? I'm not the best Iron Fist. I'm not the best option. I should not be Iron Fist. Gave it up to Colleen, who I definitely hope we see again, Colleen Wing, because she was great. I know there's a certain section of fans who are just like, Iron Fist should only be an Asian. The Iron Fist mantle has been passed down from like every single race you could possibly imagine. It spans thousands of years. Okay, come on now. But you already have an Asian Iron Fist. I know there's the one in the comics, Lin Lei, I think. He's the one that's in Marvel Rivals. But the MCU itself, if we're keeping canon, already has an Asian Iron Fist. It's Colleen Wing. Bring her back. Have her and Danny. She's Iron Fist. She's like the official Iron Fist. Danny's sort of the unofficial Iron Fist, because he still has his powers, as you saw. He's kind of double fisted, man. It's wild to say, but yeah, I really cannot wait for the return of the Defenders. For all of them, I do think we'll get them all in one or both of the Avengers movies, because those movies are going to be insane. Everyone's going to be in them. I could definitely see a situation where they show up. I'd love to see them. You know what? That's a good question to pose. Who would you most like to see them interact with? If I'm looking at it, right? For Luke Cage, it's Sam and Isaiah. It's kind of tied between those two. Jessica, I want to see Jessica interact with Punisher. I think that'd be great. I want to see her interact with a name that came to mind was Kate Bishop. Kate Bishop and Clint. Because I think in the comics, there's like a comic run where Jessica Jones and Kate teamed up. I think that'd be pretty funny. I know her and Carol in the comics are like best friends. I wouldn't mind seeing their personalities sort of clash. Danny, obviously, I want to see him with Shang-Chi, obviously. I want to see him with Spider-Man as well. That'd be cool. And then, yeah, dude, just to see them all interact with like the other Avengers, the other cast members, would be so much fun. But let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. Are you excited to see the Defenders back? Which character are you most excited to see back? What was your favorite show not named Daredevil or Punisher? Because everyone sort of agrees those are the two best ones. Let me know all that stuff in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.